Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm taking a little bit of a break in my study of Sidney Lumet films to show you that I finally received my Jaws 4K. And I want to tell you a little bit about my story of receiving it. So, well, first of all, let me just say that I made another video with my full Jaws collection. So if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link in the description below and you can go watch that, my full Jaws collection. And thanks so much for the comments and the views on that. I really appreciate it. It's one of the more popular videos on the channel. So take a look at that if you want to see my full Jaws collection. But I should say before I show the 4K, this was the last edition of Jaws that I had, which is a Blu-ray edition from 2012, I believe. Yeah, from 2012. And this was the last edition that I had. Now there is another version that is, I believe, a digibook, which is pretty rare, or at least I didn't pick it up when it came out. And it's going for a lot of money, I think, on eBay and other outlets. So I do not have that. But I do have Jaws on 4K, as I mentioned before. So one of the things that happened was I pre-ordered Jaws on 4K, and I ordered it on May the 21st from Amazon. And I thought if I pre-ordered it, it should get here on the release date. I guess that's my expectation, that it would be here on the release date. Now I know some folks may have ordered this way in advance. I ordered a little bit late, and I will say that I had some delivery issues with it because it ended up arriving on Sunday the 7th. So it took a little bit longer, and I was really anticipating, I was really looking forward to it, but it did finally arrive. So if you're pre-ordering from Amazon, it seems like even if you pre-order, sometimes there are shipping delays depending on how popular the movie is. And in this case, Jaws 4K, of course, was very popular. So in the meantime, what I did was I noticed on the Best Buy website that they had a limited edition Steelbook. And I thought, let me see if they have any of those left. And they did. They had one copy left at a store near me. So my wife and I decided to do curbside pickup for the Steelbook. And I'm going to show that first because that's the first one that arrived. And here it is. Here's Jaws, the Jaws Steelbook. This cover is absolutely fantastic. I love it. And the back, I'm going to remove the J card here also. The back also just amazing. Not a lot of markings on the back. There's a little Universal logo down here, but this is just an amazing Steelbook. And of course it comes with this J card, which I think I mentioned in other videos, which is just on the back, and I'll read some of the special features. I don't think the special features have really changed even with the Steelbook. There's a digital code in this one, even though I already have a digital copy of Jaws. And then there's the inside of it with the 4K and the Blu-ray. I suppose I should turn that so it's right side up so you can see. There it is, right side up. So just amazing. Again, the artwork is seen from the film on the inside. As I mentioned in the other video, Jaws is absolutely in my top 10, if not my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And I think it's mostly because it has a special place in my heart because it's one of the first movies I went to see, one of the first blockbuster movies I went to see as a kid with my family. And I saw it multiple times over the summer. It was I thought it was a special experience. Obviously, it's a horror film, but it was a family experience and one of obviously the most popular movies of all time. So on the J card in the back here, and what I've been doing lately is keeping these J cards with the movie. So there are some older movies where the J card has fallen off, and so I've put them in another location. But on the movie, this has The Shark is Still Working, The Impact and Legacy of Jaws. That was on the Blu-ray also. The Making of Jaws, Jaws the Restoration. Let me know if you like the deleted scenes and outtakes. I started watching these, and I've seen these before, the deleted scenes, but I feel like it in a way, a little bit spoils the movie for me. I can see why they deleted some of these scenes. They're really not needed. Some of the outtakes, though, are fun to watch. From the set, storyboards, production photos, marketing Jaws, the Jaws phenomenon, and the original theatrical trailer. And of course, this is in 4K with a digital code. So this is great. If your Best Buy still has a Steelbook, I recommend the Steelbook. This is a great addition to my collection. And finally, on Sunday, this past Sunday, this edition showed up from Amazon, and you can see it's got a lenticular cover, which is the first time I've seen this for Jaws, which is kind of interesting. I don't have a lot of Blu-rays with lenticular covers, and this has one. Has, of course, the J card on the back, the same J card, it essentially looks the same. all of the features are the same, and they're pretty much the same also for what was on the Blu-ray. So I did enjoy watching the Jaws the restoration to see how they restored the film, the process that they went through, and I don't think I had seen that on the Blu-ray in the past. So that was interesting to watch. Here's the side, so you can see kind of what it looks like. So this has the Blu-ray, and you've got the front of the 4K and the Blu-ray, and the back, which duplicates the J card on the back, and then inside, not much difference here, just the 4K and the Blu-ray side by side. Nothing, there's no artwork here. There is obviously a digital code was in there. And I was particularly impressed with the book. So this is something that's new for this edition, this 4K. Look at that artwork on the front. And again, from some of the opening scenes here, this is one of the opening scenes of the movie. And then the book is just great to see. And I'm just going to show a little bit of this, but it's got an introduction by the producer. I'm going to show a little bit of this. Cast and crew, many photos. There's some photos of Spielberg in a very large chair, the lifeguard chair, but he's using it as a director's chair, it seems like. Roy Scheider, one of my favorite actors, an amazing actor. All the actors are profiled here. Richard Dreyfuss also, Robert Shaw. Look at those photographs, really great. I'm not going to show all the book, but it's really great to see these. There's also some blueprints for Bruce the Shark. The shark was named after Steven Spielberg's attorney, I believe, Bruce. And some storyboards, which I've seen these before in other books, but this is very cool to have it in a booklet with the release. And you have the original Quint's monologue, which, if you know anything about Jaws, Robert Shaw actually wrote most of this, and it was written a few times, I believe, and he did the final writing of it. And so it's, this is one of the finest speeches in film, I think, and Robert Shaw just delivers it in an amazing way. And here's some of the posters from all over the world of Jaws, and even black and white. And there's the final shot in the booklet. So this is just a great addition to my collection. As I mentioned many times before, I love Jaws. It's in my top 5 movies of all time. I'm such a big fan of the movie. I'm so happy to see it on 4K. I have already done my annual viewing of Jaws. So my wife and I typically watch Jaws at least once a year. We've already watched it one time. Just last night we saw Jaws 2, and I may be doing some more videos on watching Jaws over the summer. This is something I do regularly. And then if Jaws is ever on TV, we have cable still, so if Jaws is ever on TV, we end up watching it there. We might watch it 1 or 2 more times during the year. I just love it so much. I've seen it so many times. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and watching and commenting. I really appreciate all the comments and questions. It means a lot. If you like this video, click on like, subscribe to my channel if you would, that'd be great. You can click on the notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. And honestly, I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.